Hello, everyone, and welcome to the KoKo Language Learning Lounge. I'm Jacob.
And I'm Allie.
It's really lovely to have you joining us today.
It really is. So today, we're diving deep into something we all experience, stress. We'll be exploring, what it actually is, how it shows up, sometimes subtly, sometimes not so subtly, in our bodies and minds.
Mm-hmm. And why getting a handle on it is just so important for our well-being.
Exactly. Over the next little while, our aim is to give you some really practical, easy to use tools and strategies.
Yeah, things you can actually use,
Yeah.
both for like quick relief when things feel intense, and also for building that deeper long-term strength and, well, peace, even when life feels pretty tough.
Our goal really is to help you feel a bit more in control, maybe better equipped to handle those everyday pressures.
That's right, because stress, it's not some uh, external enemy attacking us. It's actually a natural part of being human. It's your body's way of reacting to changes, to challenges.
And this is the key part, isn't it? When that reaction goes on too long or just gets overwhelming.
That's when it really starts to weigh you down. It affects you physically, emotionally. So we want to explore how to understand it better, deal with it effectively, and maybe even prevent that overwhelming feeling, all in, simple, gentle ways.
Okay, so let's start right there. We say I'm stressed all the time, right? It's almost like a reflex. But what's actually happening inside us when we say that? What's the core mechanism?
Well, fundamentally, stress is your body hitting the alert button
Yeah.
in response to stressors, things that challenge you. It's that ancient fight or flight response kicking in.
Fight or flight, right.
And here's something that might surprise you. It's not always negative. Stress can actually be positive sometimes.
Really? How so?
Well, think about it. That little buzz you get before a presentation, that can sharpen your focus. Or, reacting instantly to slam on the brakes in your car that's stress saving you. It's designed to be a short-term boost, keeping you alert, motivated, safe.
Okay, so it's a survival thing, really, designed for quick bursts.
Exactly.
So when does it become a problem? When does that boost turn bad?
It becomes a problem when the challenges just keep coming, without any real breaks, without time for your system to kind of reset and calm down. When that alert button basically gets stuck in the on position, that's when it stops helping and starts, well, hurting.
Stuck on. I can picture that. And I guess not all stress feels the same either. Are there different types?
Yeah, definitely. We usually talk about three main types. First, there's acute stress.
Acute? Like sharp?
Kinda, yeah. It's short term, often intense, but it comes and goes pretty quickly. Think of that feeling on a roller coaster, or maybe during a brief argument. Even a really hard workout is a form of acute stress.
Okay.
Your body can handle that just fine, usually. It's common and generally doesn't cause lasting harm.
Got it. So, those sudden bursts, what if those bursts happen again and again, though?
Well, that leads us to the second type, episodic acute stress. This is when you're experiencing those acute stress moments really frequently without enough downtime to recover fully in between.
Okay. The constant little emergencies.
Pretty much. You see it a lot in certain jobs, maybe like paramedics or ER nurses, where they face intense situations one after another. Your body's just constantly on high alert, never really getting back to baseline.
Wow, that sounds exhausting. Just constantly on.
It really is.
And then there's the one we hear about most often, the one that sounds, well, the most serious, chronic stress.
Exactly. Chronic stress is the long hauler. It sticks around for weeks, months, maybe even longer. It's like this constant low level hum of pressure or worry that just never quite shuts off.
That's a good way to put it.
And this is the type that really starts to wear down your body and mind over time. It has this cumulative effect.
And that wearing down, it's not just feeling tired, is it? It can lead to actual health problems.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
The impact is pretty significant and it touches almost everything. Chronic stress seriously increases your risk for things like heart disease, anxiety disorders, depression. Yeah. And beyond those big ones, think about frequent headaches, muscle aches, digestive problems. It can weaken your immune system, so you get sick more often. Constant fatigue, trouble sleeping, memory fog, just feeling drained all the time.
It's amazing how it affects the whole system. It's not just in your head, it's truly physical.
It really is. Your body is constantly trying to cope.
Which brings me to something else. People often use stressed and burnt out almost interchangeably. Are they the same thing?
That's a great question. And no, they're actually quite different. Understanding the difference is really helpful. Stress usually is about feeling like there's too much.
Too much.
Yeah, too much pressure, too many demands, too many things pulling at you. When you're stressed, you might still feel, energized in a frantic way, but totally overwhelmed. You might think, ugh, if I could just get on top of everything, I'd be okay.
Okay, so stress is too much. What's burnout then?
Burnout. Burnout is different. It's more about not enough.
Not enough.
Not enough energy, not enough motivation, not enough anything left to give.
Yeah.
It's a state of deep emotional, physical, and mental exhaustion. You feel empty, drained, detached. And often with burnout, there's this sense of hopelessness, like things won't ever change.
That sounds much heavier, like a complete depletion.
It is. And it doesn't usually happen overnight. It's more of a gradual slide with little warning signs like red flags popping up along the way.
What kind of red flags should we look out for? Signs it might be burnout, not just stress.
Well, you might notice that every day feels like a bad day, just consistently bad. Caring about things like work or even home life starts to feel like a colossal waste of energy.
Yeah.
You're exhausted constantly, no matter how much you sleep. Most of your day feels like drudgery, either boring or completely overwhelming tasks. And a big one is feeling like nothing you do really matters or gets noticed or appreciated. That sense of futility.
That sounds incredibly demoralizing. Are there physical signs too?
Oh, yes, definitely. Physically, persistent tiredness is huge. Getting sick more often than usual, frequent headaches or muscle pain that won't go away, maybe big changes in your appetite or sleep patterns, eating or sleeping a lot more or a lot less.
And emotionally?
Emotionally, it can look like feeling like a failure, lots of self-doubt, feeling trapped, helpless, really alone or detached from others, losing motivation even for things you used to enjoy, maybe feeling cynical or negative about everything, just less satisfied with life overall.
And how might it show up in behavior?
Behaviorally, you might start pulling back from responsibilities or social interaction, procrastinating way more than usual, maybe turning to things like food, alcohol, or drugs to cope. You might become more irritable, snap at people, or start missing work or skipping commitments.
That paints a really clear picture. So, burnout sounds incredibly serious and draining, but it's still different from, say, clinical depression.
That's a really important distinction to make, yes. Burnout isn't technically a medical diagnosis in the same way depression is. Burnout is primarily triggered by chronic external stressors, usually work, or maybe intense caregiving demands.
Okay.
Depression, though, is more complex. It often involves a mix of factors: genetics, brain chemistry, psychology, life events. It's broader.
Right. The root causes are different. What about how it feels day to day?
Well, with burnout, you might lack the energy for your hobbies, but maybe you could still imagine enjoying them if you weren't so exhausted. With depression, often the pleasure itself is gone. Activities you used to love just feel flat. Anhedonia, it's called.
Ah, I see.
Also, the negativity from burnout often centers on that specific stressful area, like your job. With depression, those negative feelings tend to color everything in your life.
Okay.
And recovery looks different too. Burnout recovery often focuses on changing those external stressors, managing them better, rebuilding your resources. Depression usually needs a more comprehensive approach, often involving therapy, maybe medication, and significant lifestyle adjustments.
That's really helpful to clarify. So, thinking about all these stressors,
hmm
what makes some of us more vulnerable than others? Why do some people seem to handle stress better?
That's a complex mix of things.
Yeah.
Our genetics play a role, definitely. Also, how much social support we have, friends, family, community, that's huge. Our own personal coping style matters a lot too. How we tend to react to challenges, even our personality type can influence it.
Mm,
And then there are experiences like facing discrimination or having difficult childhood experiences, or even just the nature of your job. All these things can make you more susceptible.
right. And what about burnout specifically? Are there common triggers that tend to push people over the edge into burnout?
Yes. For burnout, we often see causes falling into a few buckets. Work related factors are a big one.
Like what kind of work factors?
Things like feeling you have very little control over your work or your schedule, not feeling recognized or rewarded for your efforts, having unclear expectations or constantly shifting demands, or maybe doing work that feels monotonous or unchallenging for long periods, working in a really chaotic or high pressure, maybe even toxic environment.
Okay, that makes sense. What about outside of work?
Lifestyle plays a huge role too. Simply working too much without enough time carved out for relaxing, socializing, or hobbies. Taking on way too many responsibilities elsewhere in life without enough support. And a really critical one, consistently not getting enough sleep. Sleep deprivation just tanks your resilience.
Sleep is so foundational.
Absolutely. And then certain personality traits can make you more prone to burnout.
Like what?
Things like perfectionism, that feeling that nothing is ever quite good enough, having a generally pessimistic view of things, a really strong need to be in control all the time, or being that classic high achieving type A personality who pushes themselves relentlessly.
It really shows how our internal world and external world interact. So, stress isn't just personal, it's deeply connected to our surroundings. Let's talk about specific environments, like the workplace.
Yeah, the workplace is a major source of stress for many people. And managing stress there isn't just about feeling better. It actually impacts your performance, your creativity, your relationships with colleagues. Interestingly, workplaces that foster cooperation and support rather than just intense competition tend to have lower overall stress levels.
That makes sense. Feeling supported versus feeling pitted against each other.
Exactly. And there's this idea of an optimal stress level at work. Too little stress, and you might feel bored or unengaged. Too much, and you're overwhelmed and heading towards burnout.
Mm.
There's a sweet spot of healthy challenge.
A sweet spot.
Right.
And does how we feel about our job itself make a difference? Like our commitment?
Oh, hugely. Your type of commitment really matters. If you feel a genuine emotional connection to your work in the organization, that's called effective commitment, you're actually better buffered against stress. It feels meaningful. If you're staying mostly because leaving would cost too much, financially or otherwise continuance commitment, you might feel moderate stress, maybe some resentment. But if you're only staying out of a sense of obligation or duty, normative commitment, that often leads to the highest levels of stress. It feels like being trapped.
Wow, that's a really insightful way to look at it. Effective, continuance, normative. Very interesting. And what about another high stress environment? College.
Oh, college life is definitely a pressure cooker for many students. It's a massive transition period.
Yeah.
You're often adjusting to a whole new place, maybe living away from home for the first time, facing challenging academic work, navigating new social dynamics. It's a lot. Some studies suggest around 80% of college students report feeling stress on a daily basis. It's a time of huge growth, but also significant pressure.
80%. That's staggering. Okay, so it's clear stress is, well, everywhere. But the good news is we're not powerless, right?
Yeah.
What can we actually do? What's in our toolbox for managing it?
Absolutely not powerless. There's so many things we can do. For burnout specifically, there's a helpful approach often called the 3 R's.
The 3 R's.
Yeah. First, recognize. Learn to spot those early warning signs in yourself. Become aware of when you're starting to feel depleted or overwhelmed. Second, reverse. Take active steps to undo the damage. This means seeking support, whether from friends, family, or professionals, and actively managing your stress levels. It takes conscious effort. And third, build resilience. This is about strengthening yourself for the long haul by consistently taking care of your physical and emotional health, building up those inner resources.
Recognize, reverse resilience. I like
Yeah.
that. It's actionable. Okay, let's get practical. What about those moments when stress just hits you like a ton of bricks? What can we do for quick relief, like in 5 minutes or less?
Great question. For immediate relief, think small, quick mind-body resets. The absolute classic, and for good reason, is deep breathing. Just sitting comfortably, maybe putting a hand on your belly. Breathe in slowly through your nose for about 5 seconds. Feel your belly rise. Hold it gently for a few seconds. Then breathe out slowly through your mouth for 5 seconds. Maybe even silently say relax as you exhale. This directly tells your nervous system to calm down. It slows your heart rate. It works.
Simple but powerful. What else for a quick reset?
Get moving, even just a little. A quick 5-minute walk around the block or even just up and down the stairs can work wonders. Physical activity releases endorphins, those natural mood boosters, and helps shift your focus away from worry.
Good one.
Or something really simple, squeeze a stress ball. It's a physical outlet for tension, and it's portable. Laugh more. Seriously. Pull up a funny video on your phone, recall a funny memory, share a quick joke. Laughter physically lightens your mental load, increases blood flow, and even boosts your immune system slightly.
I love that permission to watch cat videos.
Exactly. Another quick trick. Cool down quickly. Splash some cold water on your face, or even better on your wrists or behind your earlobes. Major arteries are close to the skin there, and cooling them can help cool your whole system down quickly, signaling calm.
Oh, interesting. Never heard that one.
Surprisingly, chewing gum can also help. Research shows it can reduce anxiety and lower levels of the stress hormone cortisol. Yeah. And if your mind is racing, try counting backward. Slowly count to 10, then back down to 1. It's a simple mental distraction technique that interrupts the worry spiral.
Okay.
Or just stretch. Stand up, roll your shoulders, reach for the sky, do a simple chest opener. Releasing physical tension in your muscles sends feedback to your brain to relax. You can even try tensing one muscle group, like your toes, really tight for 10 seconds, then releasing completely. Then move up your body. That's progressive muscle relaxation. Sometimes just closing your eyes for 60 seconds can make a difference. It gives you a brief break from visual stimulation and helps you center yourself.
A mini escape.
And finally, maybe tidy up your immediate space for a few minutes. Clutter can actually contribute to feelings of stress and overwhelm. Creating a small, calm, organized space, even just your desk, can feel surprisingly grounding.
Those are fantastic, really practical tips for in-the-moment relief, like little emergency breaks. But what about the bigger picture? Building that long-term resilience you mentioned.
Right, because we don't want to just be putting out fires. We want to build a more fire-resistant house, so to speak.
Exactly.
So, for long-term well-being, think about foundational pillars. Number one is often nourishing your body well. This means trying to limit ultra-processed foods, loads of added sugar, too much caffeine. Instead, focus on whole, nutrient-dense foods. Lots of vegetables, fruits, beans, lentils, fish, nuts, seeds. There's a strong gut-brain connection. Feeding your gut well literally helps your brain handle stress better. And, fun fact, small amounts of dark chocolate or even honey can have calming effects and reduce inflammation.
Food is medicine in a way.
Right.
What's another pillar?
Prioritizing sleep. This is non-negotiable for stress resilience. Your brain and body do vital repair work during sleep. Most adults need 7 to 9 hours. Create a calming bedtime routine, maybe dim lights, read a book, gentle stretching, avoid screens right before bed. Consistent quality sleep is like armor against stress.
Armor, I like that.
Yeah.
What else builds our defenses?
Connecting with others. We're social creatures. Reaching out to friends, family, supportive colleagues, that social connection is a powerful buffer against stress. It releases oxytocin, which counteracts stress hormones. Try to limit time with people who consistently drain you or are overly negative if possible. And maybe think about joining a group, a team, or volunteering for something you care about. Connection gives us strength. Even doing small acts of kindness for others boosts our own mood.
Building those positive connections. And what about protecting ourselves within those connections?
That leads right into practicing self-care, which really just means intentionally doing things that nurture your own well-being and happiness. It doesn't have to be fancy spa days, though those are nice too. It can be a walk outside, a warm bath, listening to music, spending time on a hobby you love, reading, whatever recharges you. And the crucial part of self care is setting boundaries and learning to say no.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay, really. It's okay to decline requests or commitments that will overload you or add unnecessary stress. Protecting your energy is vital.
Saying no can feel hard, but it's so necessary sometimes. What about managing our internal world, our thoughts and feelings?
Great point. Internally, keeping a journal can be incredibly helpful. Just writing down your thoughts and feelings, uncensored, can get them out of your head, make them feel less overwhelming, and help you see patterns or gain perspective.
Like downloading your brain.
Exactly. Also, actively manage fears and worries. Instead of letting anxious thoughts spiral endlessly, try asking, okay, what's realistically the worst that could happen here? And then, crucially, and how would I cope if that happened? Thinking through coping strategies can make the fear less paralyzing. You can even schedule a specific short worry time each day so those thoughts don't just intrude whenever they want.
Contain the worry. Interesting idea.
And always try to focus on what you can control. In difficult situations, we often can't control the external events, but we can control our response, our attitude, our actions. Shifting focus there brings back a sense of agency.
Right. Focus on your own circle of influence.
Yes. And remember past successes. Think back to times you've faced challenges and gotten through them. Remind yourself of your strengths, your resilience. You've done it before, you can do it again. And something incredibly powerful for long term change: practice gratitude and seek out the positive. Even on hard days, try to notice small things that are good or that you appreciate. Maybe end your day by thinking of 3 good things, however tiny. This actually helps rewire your brain over time to notice more positivity.
Rewiring your brain. That's hopeful. How else can we bring more calm into daily routines?
Try mindful eating. Really pay attention to your food, the taste, smell, texture. Notice when you eat, why you eat. Are you truly hungry or eating out of stress or boredom? Just bringing awareness can change habits. And embrace your creative side. Listening to music you love or playing an instrument, if you do, is fantastic for stress relief. It distracts, relaxes muscles, lowers stress hormones. Other creative outlets work too: gardening, knitting, drawing, painting, reading fiction, whatever absorbs you. Even those adult coloring books, especially mandalas with their patterns, can be really meditative.
Finding flow in creativity. What about common habits that increase stress?
A big one is procrastination. Putting things off often causes way more stress in the long run than just tackling them. Break big tasks down, make a list, set realistic deadlines. Getting things done reduces that background anxiety.
So true. The dread is often worse than the doing.
Exactly. Also, make an effort to spend time in nature. Even 10-20 minutes in a park, a garden, near some trees. Research shows it lowers stress hormones, blood pressure, and heart rate. It's restorative.
Nature's therapy.
And if you have one, cuddle with a pet. Stroking a dog or cat releases oxytocin, that bonding, feel-good hormone. Pets offer companionship and purpose, which are great stress buffers.
So many wonderful, accessible tools. It really feels like we have options, but sometimes even with all these tools, stress can just become too much, right? When should someone think about getting professional help?
That's such an important point to cover. Absolutely. If you feel constantly overwhelmed, like you just can't cope, if your physical health is clearly suffering, maybe constant stomach issues, headaches, chest pains, if the strategies that usually help you aren't working anymore, or if you find yourself turning to unhealthy coping mechanisms regularly, like drinking too much, using drugs, overeating significantly, that's when it's really time to reach out. Talk to your doctor or consider finding a therapist or a counselor.
Right.
There's absolutely no shame in it. Professionals can help you understand the root causes of your stress and teach you personalized coping skills in a supportive way. It's a sign of strength to ask for help when you need it.
That's a crucial message. Thank you. Well, this has been incredibly insightful. It really drives home that while stress is, yeah, unavoidable and our circumstances matter, we have so much agency in how we manage it.
We really do.
From those quick, simple resets like breathing to building those long-term foundations like good sleep, connection, and self-care, there are so many ways to cultivate more calm and resilience in our lives.
It's empowering, isn't it? Knowing we have these tools, these choices we can make every day. It's about building that inner strength, that buffer.
Exactly. Managing stress isn't about making life challenge-free, because that's impossible. It's about transforming how we meet those challenges. It's an ongoing journey, really.
Small steps, consistently.
So as we wrap up, here's something to think about. Reflecting on everything we've discussed today. What is just one small, gentle step you could take this week, starting now, to invite a little more peace, a little more ease into your everyday world? Just one small thing. Think about it. Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive today. Until next time, keep exploring, keep growing, and keep making those small, intentional steps forward.